Do you remember this place? We haven't held a public service here on a Sunday for nearly 6 months, but the church is now open for public worship. So I've just made this video so you can know what to expect if you come to church. If you are under 18, we've really missed seeing you, and we have a special programme available for you on Sunday mornings in the church hall. So please sign children up in the church hall before coming to the main building. Let's go inside and see what we can expect. As we enter the building, we're asked to put our masks on, so please wear a mask before you enter the building and for the whole time, not removing it until you come out again. I'm going to take my mask off so you can hear what I'm saying. The first thing you notice on coming inside is we're using a one-way system. These are the exit doors, so on arriving, please make your way to this table here in the foyer where we will be collecting details for track and trace. You might want to bring those on a sheet of paper or bring your own pen so you don't have to touch any of this. Everyone who enters the building will be asked for their contact details before going any further. The downstairs toilet is open and available for use if you need to use it or if you want to pop in to wash your hands. And there is hand sanitizer here which we'd ask you to use before you enter the main church. When you enter the church, a welcomer will guide you to your pew. We're not able to serve refreshments, unfortunately, so the kitchen area, as you can see, is cordoned off. But you'll be invited to come and take one of the pews. As you can see, they've been spaced out to allow for social distancing. And we will put one household in each pew. So if you come with your family or with others in your bubble, you can sit with them, but otherwise you won't be sharing a pew with anyone else. You may also notice that we've removed the cushions from the pews. They're even more uncomfortable than normal. So you might want to bring a cushion or something soft to make it a bit more comfortable during the service. You won't need any paper because we are going to put all the words you need up on the screens, either the big screen in the archway or we have these new TV screens which were installed just before lockdown started. So wherever you're sitting in the church, you'll be able to see all the words you need. As far as music is concerned, there will be singing from the front of church, but the congregation are not allowed to sing. So we would ask you perhaps to hum from inside your mask or to whisper along with the words. You may even want to use your body to worship, even if that's something you're not accustomed to, either lifting your hands in praise, clasping them in prayer, or even kneeling to join in with the worship in other ways than singing. If you're coming to a communion service, obviously we need to take extra care not to spread the virus. So this is how it will work. When we'll be using this nave altar here, not the altar at the top of church, and once the prayer has finished, the person who is presiding will put on a mask and some rubber gloves, and we'll come and stand here to give just a wafer. We're not using the wine, but just a wafer to each person. We ask that you form a queue, socially distanced up the side aisle, come to the front and sanitize your hands using this sanitizer before coming to receive your wafer. And then we'd ask you to sanitize your hands again, either with your own sanitizer or by going to the back of the church before returning to your pew. I know it might seem like it's a long way away from our normal experience of church. And obviously this is going to be a different way of worshipping. But I would ask you, especially if you're one of those people who gets frustrated by all the restrictions, to think of it like this. We know there are groups in our society and around the world who are really spreading the virus and costing even the lives of the most elderly and vulnerable by not being very careful. One of the ways we can worship is to love our community and love our town by being as careful as we can, not to be a source of spreading the virus, but actually being those people who are containing it. So I'd encourage you to think of all of these restrictions as our expression of love and care for our community, and especially that oldest and the most vulnerable. So when we've finished worshipping together, I'd ask you to leave the church down this centre aisle, not hanging around to chat inside with your friends. Part of our worship, of course, is giving financially, and if you would like to do that, you can use the wall safe, or better still, to avoid using cash, you could use a contactless point here, or even better still, if you haven't already, sign up for a direct debit and give monthly in that way. And then when it's time to leave, we go out through these doors, having gathered together as God's people to be sent out into the world, to be the light of the world, to bring hope and love and healing to those people we meet until we gather again. I look forward to seeing you.